I was given this Bluetti to review on one of my other channels, Lance Mechanics, and the content didn't quite fit. And then I had an idea. What if you had a solar shed that you could go anywhere with and do whatever you want with it? I wanted it to be light, mobile, and convenient. With a lot of DIY projects on YouTube lately, you see people where they're buying multiple solar panels, crazy wiring, inverters, chargers, battery power banks, and I thought to myself, could I do this for under $2,000? And the answer is yes. Yes, I can, and I went full head on into it. This is 6x4. 6 wide, 4 deep. I got 6 foot wide deck panels here. So the goal was originally to put it up here, way in the corner over there, but due to people thieving around here, like I got the cameras there, but we're gonna put it back here where there's more cameras. I was gonna clean out the area here and put it, but I'm thinking right here is the best place for now. Let's put the boards down. Oh, you're such a good girl. So we're gonna make a 6x6 base. So I can build this first and then level it out after. But it's where I get the most sunlight. And you got poop everywhere. Whatever I build here is gonna be light enough that I can move it afterwards. So we'll just say this is a temporary spot. See how good this is. Good thing I'm only doing a couple cuts. Yeah, this blade sucks. Should have done is bought a chop saw. 3 1/4. Oh, this thing is so bad. If anybody would like to send me a new tape measure, that'd be awesome. So 3 1/4. So 1 1/8. 1 1/2 and 1/8. Is that a saying? So 6 minus 1 inch minus 1/2 minus a 16. Or you just go 70 and 3 whatever. It's been a while, man. So much nicer if I had a chop saw and a better blade. But I'd have a better blade on the chop saw. Oh yeah, because I got one bad battery. Damn you, Makita. So for those new to the channel, I'm Lance Mechanics, and this is Lance Project. I started the channel Lance Mechanics as a project and to bring awareness to people in the industry about issues that flat rate technicians and just general mechanics face in the end. As the channel grew, I realized I couldn't do every single bit of content I wanted. I wanted to do projects, and even car projects on that channel didn't work because of my niche topic that I was into. I made this channel where I can focus on repairs, projects like this shed, everything that didn't fit on the channel that'll fit here. Because at the end of the day, I'm a creator, I'm a fabricator, and a tinkerer, and I wanted to show you that. And you can learn with me. I don't know everything, but us mechanics, we're self-taught. And you're allowed to critique what I do. So for a little bit of history here, I built wind turbines, I've built houses, I've done $1 million renovations, but for the last few years, I have not used those skills. I have been strictly working underground as an underground heavy-duty mechanic, working on all kinds of wicked equipment and automation and just things that would blow your mind that I wish I had done sooner. But now that we're here, enough about me. Let's talk about this project. I want to reiterate, 90% of the things we do, we stress about. If you don't take shots in life, you're never going to know if you succeed and fail. There are so many channels out there where they show you the most polished content ever. I'm not like that. I make mistakes. I'm human. I want to show you what I do. I'll show you all the mistakes and you can critique them. I welcome it in the comments. The more you can tell me that I missed, the more I can improve on later. I'm here to grow with you. I'm here to learn, and self-teaching is always a good thing. As I've said in the past, if you don't take a shot, you're never going to know if you succeed and fail. And there's a lot of people who overthink things, and when you overthink things, you don't get things done. You think yourself out of something. So here's something where I've thought about it. Instead of overthinking it and doing polished content, I talked with the wife. I want to build a shed, but I want to go big. I have plans to build another shed in the opposite corner where you see that old dilapidated one. And in my city, I'm allowed to build a 10x16, but it's just not in the budget this year. I have so many plans and you can only do so much in life. So I decided to take a smaller bite, and this is going to go into future content hopefully, because I do want to buy a property, and this is the prototype. But right now it's a decent prototype, and I will polish it as we go on in the future of the channel. I'll show little updates here and there. Don't overthink things. Like here, I'm building this platform and I'm leveling it out. Basically, I'm not using deck boards, I'm using fence boards because they are way cheaper, and this shed is 4x6, and I figured, you know what, I might as well build a 6x6 platform. And it's been so long since I've used my carpenter skills that I made little mistakes here and there. It's not perfectly square. I could have cut off both ends there and I would have had it fit perfectly, so 1.5 inches on each side. I just kind of missed steps because, you know, it's rough. When you don't do something, you tend to lose the skills, but you don't lose them perfectly, and then you just need a gentle reminder here and there. And again, don't overthink things. Just go for it. Commit. Try something. You'll be surprised what you learn. And when I hear life stories from other people, I'm like, wow, how'd you know that? They're like, I just tried. I didn't realize I had this set of skills, or I was this focused. If you don't try, you don't know. All these fancy solar shed setups I see on YouTube, it's people with a lot of money. I don't have money. I just get by working hard. And I think to it, it's not very convenient. So with this panel, the setup I have here right now, I can take that Bluetti and walk away and grab my portable solar panel, and I can go elsewhere with it. This isn't a dedicated setup where I'm committed to it. I still invested in it and it can still come with me. I'm not limited by having permanent heavy power banks, hard wiring, and these massive inverters. This thing is mobile. It can tear down and go anywhere, which is where I think a lot of projects fail on YouTube. Who has 3 to 6 grand for a friggin' portable power setup in a shed? No. Let's be more realistic here. What's the average person have? A couple grand to spend? Even then, that's pushing it. I got donated this Bluetti for review, so even then, this is a little out of reach for some people, but solar panels are cheap, Costco sheds are cheap, wood's cheap, you can save up, you can pick away at this little by little. How do they say? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Don't overthink it. And you're gonna hear that phrase on my channel here quite a bit, is don't overthink it. Sometimes you, again, don't overthink it. Just don't. Made it this far in the video, you can subscribe to the channel, or you don't have to. You can watch the whole video. I'm not very fussy. I enjoy comments. That's where a lot of YouTube creators fail. I think they just go for the views, they go for the monetization. I love the comments. I love learning from you. I'm an automotive mechanic, I'm a heavy duty mechanic, I'm trying to be an industrial electrician, I built wind turbines, I work underground. I've done so many things. People in general teach me more. I said in the past there, a mechanic, we're self-taught, but the comments, they fill in the blanks on a lot of things I don't understand sometimes. And that's where I thrive. Having you as the viewer teach me too. Again, don't be shy. If you want to see some certain content or everything, this channel is going to be very generic. It's still going to be a little automotive themed because that's where I am. I want to do projects and do hovercraft, boats. I want everything. I don't want to get stuck in that bottleneck where YouTubers, I'm not throwing it out there, but like people like Rich Rebuilds, he had to focus. He said my content was all over the place, and I get it. You can probably focus on 3 things. Anything more than that, it's just you alienate your viewers, and I don't want to do that right now. Hey, and if you want to donate to the Lola Toy Fund, go ahead. She destroys toys. Like, the backyard's usually littered. I'm sure somewhere in the video you'll see stuffing from a toy somewhere. She loves squeaky toys. I love her. She's a great dog. She needs some love. Get her some more toys. She's eating through my toy budget this month. I've got some stuff here. It's mounting bases. The reason I'm doing that is because in the winter here, these little stick things like to pop off on thing, and here's the brand. These are electrical commercial grade. I've used these in the past. They're not cheap. You can run zip ties through them. It helps make things organized. So this thing and this thing actually do draw quite a bit. So I've come out every day since I've installed it, and this has gone down 30%. It's only gonna run when the sun's out, and it pulls the heat out of here, and it's kind of a good thing to do. So we'll get this out of the way, and we'll organize this a little better. These are nice, they're very nice. So I'm not like a super neat freak, but it makes a difference. Does this fit in there? Can make things really tidy with these. Little neat trick here. Instead of opening it on the end here, just get it open wide enough, and then boom. There, that's my little trick for the day. I enjoy cable management. Something therapeutic about it. I guess I'll just let that float there. It's just a 10% temperature sensor. So clean all these up. I wish I knew where my flesh cuts were, but I'm not working in this area with my hands, so it's not going to be the end of the world. It's just small little things here add up, you know. You just take your time on little things like this. Your work will get better and better as time goes on. Looks a little more professional. I could put another one here. It's just so things don't get caught. I always like to pull these off once they're done. Oh, what you got there? All right, let's sit down. Let's sit down. The concept of this video is, this is cheap and quick. This took me 4 hours to put together. It's a solar shed. It's basically for off-grid use. As you can see here, I got it plugged in right now. It's a little sunny there, but so right now I'm getting 330 watts. When I first plugged this in, we'll go back to a clip there, it was at about 78%. It's been about 15 minutes. That's pretty good. So this being a Bluetti, you kind of want it low on the ground. Like any battery, you're gonna want low on the ground because heat's a big issue. So I went out and bought this thermostat switch here, right there. I'll hold it, it'll get hotter. So basically, I ran it to here. I can up the speed or I can slow it down. Right there. So at certain set points, this is gonna kick on and it's gonna vent right here. I'm gonna need to cut a hole down here to allow cool air to come in, but that's no issue. That I can do, but look at this, barely drawing anything. I'll put this to full speed. And you can see here, not even a watt. And the flow here is pretty substantial. I can feel it, it's quite a bit. So that's not an issue. For now, if I close the door, it's gonna pull in air from here and it's still discharging. And this was pretty cheap. This was like $20 on Amazon. This was another $20. Perfect, super simple. And now I have a shed that with time I can refine. I'm gonna find hooks, put my units right here. The lawnmower is gonna fit in here nicely. I can lock it up. It's cheap, it's quick. This is what I was going for. If I had a second property, this is what I'd do. You can run all your tools off this. I find it strange, people are buying massive solar setups, they're buying inverters, charge controllers when you get everything you need in this little unit. Look at that, you can put 1,000 watts into this. So technically, that's a 400 watt solar panel. I could go one more, that'll be no issue, but if the input is maxing out at that, I could put 3 solar panels, no issue. It's slightly overcast today. It is what it is. Why do you have a blower, Lance? Well, to aggravate the puppy. But to do this. Back here, Lola. It's all good. It's safe. This is already fully charged, but we'll throw it on there. See what it draws. Did I plug that in? Yes, I did. So now we should see some 59 watts. So anyways, this is barely drawing a watt, so I can run this on max speed if I wanted indefinitely. This is 4 to 12 volts. And yeah, I'll fold this lawnmower up in here and we'll see what it looks like. No, I'm quite happy with that. The ego shed. Right on. Yeah, so I'll have to buy the aluminum channeling there and I should be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the very least solar panels there. And that'll do 1,500 watts, so 1.5 kilowatts. And I'll have to get some batteries there, but the goal is to get this all on solar. The garage 100% independent from the house and get the house on solar once I get a quote there and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, quick idea if you're curious about the cost of this, the shed, the solar panel, the Bluetti I was given, but you can build this for under, so the wood was, this is fence boards by the way, I cheaped out, $160 to build the base. This was on sale at Costco for $650 and the solar panel was $200 and then cable I got on Amazon and these little bits here. Again, this was like $20, this was $20, this was $20. I'll throw the footage in there, it was at Rona. And tools, you're on your own. But yeah, so you can build this for under $2,000, be completely off grid and go wherever you want and bring your puppy. You may be wondering why I did things like this. I want it to be mobile. I can move this, I can pick that up by hand. This shed's light, I can drag it wherever I need to. It's not permanent. And that's what people need to understand. You can be fancy on YouTube, but this is temporary. Just give it a shot. Yeah, here's a mistake I made. So lengthwise, I took the 2 ends out and then I cut it there, but I should have done it on this one too, and on the back, and this would have lined up perfectly. It's been a while since I did carpentry work. All right, let's put this away. Now we gotta talk about this solar panel. It's made by JA Solar. It's a 440 watt solar panel. I'm about 6 feet tall, so it's just shy of 6 feet. It's probably about 3.5 feet wide. The thing's massive. And here, let me show you some stuff. So it's what they call a bifacial solar panel. Just about everything, you can do solar on both sides. Obviously, one side's gonna be a little more efficient because you don't have these electric connectors here. And by the way, negative, positive, they're gonna have different ends. It's pretty standard. These are common connectors in the solar industry. You can get them on eBay. I got this cord on eBay. It's very, very simple. The solar panel, it's cheap. I wanted to go smaller because I wanted to put one on the roof. It'd be cool if they made one that folded in the middle for peaks. They're not there yet. I do have something else. I guess if I wanted, I could have mounted that to the roof. I can still get connectors that put 2 to 1. So basically it would be in parallel with this, and I could have 2 solar panels charging that Bluetti. Anything's possible. Since I've done this project, I am definitely gonna mount quite a few solar panels up here on the roof. It makes sense long term. This little project has turned out very nicely. Again, it's a cheap and dirty setup. It's gonna run everything I need. It's working out. This doesn't have to be a polished video. It's rough and dirty. I'm not spending a month doing one little video like this. This entire setup, everything here, 4 hours. Building the base, building the shed, wiring in the stuff, which is just plug and play at this point, and just moving my stuff in here. 4 hours. You can do this in 4 hours. Anybody can. The idea is I want this to be totally self-sufficient. I have the bike plugged in here, or sorry, the scooter. And right now, to charge it, we're using about 190 watts. I only got 47 coming in. That's no issue. There's enough sunlight today. I have no doubt, Lola, you're helping, that this, let's see what it's at. Oh, just let me turn it on while it's charging. I've never actually tried. Okay, I'm gonna say no, that's a fail-safe feature. Anyways, it's at like 2 bars out of 5, so we'll come back in probably 7 hours and check on this, and I think it'll be fine. And let's get a shot of here with all the stuff stuffed in here. You can see here, I got everything in here comfortably. I can still get around things, do what I need to do. It's pretty awesome. You see I'm kind of going a little bit crazy on the ego stuff here. It's been a lifesaver having this stuff, and the quick attachments, the trimmers, the lawnmower. The wife enjoys using them. That's what's important. If I can get the wife doing yard work, I can do anything. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had to call it quits on the first day. It hit 35 Celsius in the sun. That is hot here for Canada. It is what it is. I had to take a break, and I'm hoping you come back to the channel because I have so many upgrades I want to do to this shop. I want to get the low profile garage opener. I want to put a mini split system in here. I want to go fully off grid with this setup. This does have, sorry for the mess, it does have in-floor heating. In-floor heating is expensive, especially if you get an electric water tank or a hot water on demand system electric. So I'm hoping to get a massive battery bank here over time. And I really want this garage to be 100% independent from the grid and full-time heated. Like I have this right here. And again, I'm going to do a garage cleanup video, modifications, but it's going to take time. This channel isn't monetized yet, and I'm hoping to get there one day. This could be a slow project. And videos will still be posted on Lance Mechanics. So, till then, have a good one.